Hey guys, Tianjin here. Today we're diving into the topic of high blood pressure. The Chinese CDC recently let us know that well over 300 million folks across our country have high blood pressure, making up 38% of everyone over the age of 18. That is like a huge number, and it's real. It drives home the idea that we gotta make fighting of high blood pressure a top priority in our nation. Most people, when you mention hypertension, the first thing that pops into their head is anorexic hypertension, basically when the body has too many calories that it can't get rid of in time, which causes the blood pressure to rocket. And of course, this can cause a bunch of symptoms, like getting easily ticked off, emotionally unstable, feeling dizzy, having trouble sleeping, bloating, all sorts of gastrointestinal issues, and more. Beyond that, you often hear that high blood pressure comes from having too much fire in the liver and stomach, but that's not the whole story here. In fact, there are some patients that say they used to have lower blood pressure and somehow ended up with high blood pressure over the years. This is an experience that many of you might find familiar, and we're gonna look into this today. A common thread among high blood pressure sufferers is this nagging feeling of weakness, a sort of reluctance to talk loudly with others, which ultimately can cause high blood pressure. Our bodies have important organs. Two big ones are the brain and the heart, and no matter what, we need to make sure they're getting the right supply of Qi and blood. When our bodies run out of Qi and blood, our hands and feet can get cold. This doesn't always mean we're running low on yang. It might just be that we're low on Qi and blood. Sometimes, when we try to correct this problem and it doesn't quite work out, maybe because it's too late or we did do it right, we end up with seriously cold hands and feet. And that's mistakenly put down to a lack of yang, when it's actually because we have too much yang. Yang doesn't mix well with our body. It's elemental energy. The drugs we take to increase yang end up burning through our already depleted blood supply. This leads not just to deficient blood supply to our hands and feet, but also to our heart and our brain. Our bodies are pretty darn smart and have built-in survival instincts. When Qi and blood start running low and the heart can't keep up, the brain frequently enters a state of emergency. So what does our body do? It ups the blood pressure to speed up the flow of Qi and blood, allowing Qi to reach the heart and brain more often. This elevated blood pressure is what we call a deficiency constitution. Even when things run crazy busy or stressful, work still gets done and the blood pressure gradually winds down. Treating high blood pressure isn't easy by any means, but it's not impossible either. If you liked our little chat today, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and don't forget to share.